backers.
Yeah. I'd really like to see 200 backers.
That's what we're aiming for, at least.
We'll see.
Yep.
Yeah.
Come on in, everybody. We see you out there. We know you're there. Let me change my Facebook around while we're just getting started here. We started late, hoping that Glenn would come in. He's probably having a hard time getting up this morning because it's daylight savings time. Keeping the odd hours.
Even though it's 1:10 here.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's already afternoon.
He might join us here in 50 minutes.
I had no problem getting up at 5 in the morning or whatever time it really was.
Jupiter clock.
Yeah. Well, all of our clocks shift themselves except for the one on the oven. So we don't even notice it, except that we just feel more tired than usual.
I was actually up. I was actually up when it changed.
Oh, there you go.
That's a weird thing. When it goes from 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. Did that a few times in my misspent youth in bars, just to enjoy the extra hour of drinking.
I was enjoying my misspent old age in my basement when that happened.
All right, everybody, come on in. We got Crime Does Not Pay to look at this morning.
Right. Look at your clocks, people. Yep. Figure out what time it is and come on in.
Yeah. We're here. We're here.
And we're not queer.
All right.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
That's true. Here we go.
In the time before Atlantis sank, when the lands of this world were savage and untamed, one man would claim his destiny, seizing his place as a king. After defending his throne and learning the devastating truth of the Serpent Kingdom and its deadly cults, King Kull in his right hand ruled the Spear Slayer, make a solemn vow to hunt down and destroy the hidden empire of these serpent demons. These are the tales of those journeys. This is the Atlantean. Tales inspired by the brilliance of Robert E. Howard, featuring his first barbarian characters as introduced in the pages of his classic tale, The Shadow Kingdom. Each volume contains beautifully painted covers and around 50 pages of original black and white art and story, featuring classic sword and sorcery adventures you don't want to miss. Join us on these epic adventures and sign up now for news with the email list at russleach.com. Bring your axe and prepare for battle.
Yay. Right.
Like he said.
Good morning, everybody. Come on in. It's daylight savings time here in the States, so everybody's clock is off, more or less, unless they had it electronically changed this morning. Glad you're here. I'm your host, Randy Zimmerman, Arrow Comics. You can find my work over at Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and criticalblast.com. And if you look, you'll find a copy of The Atlantean. The first volume of that over there is available now. The second volume is currently being campaigned over at fundmycomic.com. Fundmycomic.com, beautifully painted cover. It's sword and sorcery, black and white madness, done by myself, written by myself, and with art with Russ Leach on it. Just fantastic stuff. Couldn't be more proud of it. The campaign is currently going real strong over at fundmycomic.com for the second volume. And in that campaign, you have a chance also to pick up the first one at the same time, as well as the adaptation of the Shadow Kingdom. The adaptation there offered in the campaign is a hardback in color. It's a fantastic volume. I can't recommend it to you enough. It's a lot of fun. It's based off of the classic, iconic, I should say, Robert E. Howard story, The Shadow Kingdom, with Kull becoming king of Valusia and finding out that there's a conspiracy to take his throne by a race of shape-shifting lizard people. So, and then the Atlantean continues those adventures with Cull and Brule, the Spear Slayer, as they go around the lands trying to find the rest of the shadow people. They're the serpent demons, and to remove them from the face of the earth. And it's a lot of fun. It's good sword and sorcery greatness, and very proud of it. So go over there, take a look, fundmycomic.com, look for Atlantean 2, buy into that campaign if you can. You won't regret it. It's a lot of fun. So also joining me this morning is Mr. Russ Leach. Russ, introduce yourself, please.
My name's Russ Leach. I'm a comic book artist from the UK, where it's only 4 hours difference. I feel so much closer to my American cousins. You can find out more about me, my work, especially the Atlantean and the Cull work we're doing by going to russleach.com and signing up for the email list. Right at the moment, you can go to fundmycomic.com/theatlantean2 and pick yourself up a copy of issue 1 and 2, if you would like, as well as the Shadow Kingdom, exactly as Randy has described. We're keeping people happy with lots of savage tales. There you go. So go check that out. russleach.com. Sign up for the email list.
Also in number 2 is a contribution by Mr. Charles Santino of a story about young Cull. Charles is here with us.
We have
today.
a legend on the team.
Charles, please introduce yourself.
Yes, Charles Santino, writer, editor, art director, packager, currently working on my boy Rammer. Today we're going to be talking about crime does not pay, but with Rammer, it frequently does. Not always, not always. Sometimes the heist is a bust, but sometimes he gets away with just enough money to get him to the next heist. He always gets the girl, though. Number 1 issue is behind me. This is number 2, which is available right now on Amazon. Number 3 is in the works. Here is the cover art. Cover art by Facundo Moyano.
Nice.
And number 2's cover is also by Facundo Moyano. He is based in Argentina. And this, of course, is the first piece of Rammer merch.
There you go.
The Early Adopters Fan Club sticker. Write to me if you want one of these. Very harsh and restrictive terms and conditions apply. Thank you.
All right. Today we are looking at Crime Does Not Pay, number 51. Let me take you back up to that cover here. What a great cover. So you found her, you nosy coppers. Now dig deep enough for 2 more.
Damn nosy coppers.
Damn nosy coppers. This is a true crime comic, or a so-called true crime comic. They swear it's all true. Crime Story says so right there in the cover. Lev Gleason Pulicatuions. It's recognized as being in public domain. And we are looking at it from the Comic Book Plus website, which is an archive site that has all of the public domain comics, or the comics that they have been able to find that are in public domain, scanned in and available for your viewing and reading pleasure.
And downloading.
And well, I don't know if they download.
There is a site there, digital comic museum that allows downloads.
Yeah, I
think this one does too.
Free and legal, established 2006. We deeply appreciate them and their efforts. If you can, there is a way to contribute to their site monetarily. If you feel so inclined, please do so. So this is you're welcome to enjoy the site and read all our books online. But to download, and you need to join.
That's free. They just want your email address.
Yep, create a free account and log in. They want to keep you informed because they're constantly updating this site with new downloads, new scans of books. as they find them. Some of them, you can tell they were scanned right off the old classic comics. You see the yellowing on those newsprint and the old ads, and just great stuff. Last week, we looked over the Hoover Brothers by George Tuska. Look at great artwork.
That's
It's
cool.
fantastic stuff.
I like that guy's teeth.
Mr. Crime, yeah,
Yeah.
takes a bite out of crime.
Is that the only shape of camera
little
you
ghost.
can do?
I can enlarge it and shrink it if you want.
Can you make it squarer?
Could take it down farther. I can blow it up if that's what you need.
No,
Are you
that's
looking
good. It's nice to
for
see the detail. It's just the
more of the full
proportions.
page?
I could see the whole page in one go. But
Oh, I can blow that. Oh, the whole page. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hang on. That's my screen here. I can
Yeah,
definitely
you're cutting
move.
the top
Your
and the-
framing device, yes.
There we go. Is that what you want?
didn't make any difference.
No.
Oh, right, I can see the whole page. Yeah,
Yeah.
but your frame is still widescreen.
Yeah. I don't think that's going to be able to.
Right.
shift.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Fine. Just zoom in and out at will.
But I can. That's what we've been doing.
It's
I can
nice.
blow it
It's
right
nice
up.
to see the detail. It's quite cool that we scanned it in because you get a good shot at it all.
Most of it's 3-tiered anyway,
Yeah.
so that it fits just right here, and there's very little, other than just your standard 3 tiers. Let's see here.
This is good.
Smack.
Whoa. Smack.
So the two brothers that were arguing with one another all the time. Remember that? Yeah. Hiya, brother rat. Yeah. Great stuff. Very 50s, folks. Very 50s sentimentality.
Oh, he stuck
little
his
raw.
head in that.
Pickle barrel. Yep.
You can tell he's rough and tough because of his eyebrows.
Yeah. And the way he treats his dames. Anyway. Little Mr. Crime is kind of a ghost. He's usually in the first story and drops out on the rest of them. But the main story, a lot of those were all done by George Tuska, who had a long career at Marvel. One of those founders.
Best
found
known
him
for
terrible.
Iron Man, long run on Iron Man.
Yeah. Hulk, I believe he had quite a run on Hulk as well. It's great stuff. A lot more realistic work here. Oof. You in trouble, Mrs. Hoover? Hey, what's your husband getting beat up? Is that your husband getting beat up? No laundry today. Scram. Yeah. Great stuff. Oops. Took one to the gut. She had to hand him the gun, though. Here, before he gets his gun out. She ain't going to shoot him.
That gun got a lot bigger in the second panel.
Sure did. The perfect ending for a perfect friendship.
Bam.
Yep. Can't understand these suckers. Maybe they feel it's a pleasure winding up dead. As for me, I'm too glad to hand them that kind of laugh. So step right up, suckers. Yeah. Now we're at Pretty Boy Floyd, Two-Faced Terror by Fred Gardner. Is that Gardner?
Gardenier.
Gardner.
Whose art reminds me of who's the guy who did Black Hole?
I don't know. Black Hole
Yeah, hold on. Black Hole
or Black
comic.
Hawk.
No, Black Hole. The alternative comic by Charles Burns. I bet
Charles.
Charles Burns was
Looked at a lot of this stuff.
Looking at
Yeah.
some Fred Gardner.
I bet. Yep. The two-faced terror. Pretty boy Floyd had two faces. One, the handsome young face of innocent manhood, but his second face was that of a hideous killer, crime personified, which was his true identity. What's the secret behind the deadly crime career of the two-faced terror?
Not to be confused with the Batman villain.
It's a true crime story.
Two-Face must have predated this. Yeah, the Batman Two-Face
Oh yeah,
began
For sure.
10 years earlier. But he literally
before this,
has
yep.
two faces.
Two half faces. Yeah.
Yeah.
There she is, tied up. That was a big
Oh.
theme in those days.
Lift and separate.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No. Well,
Is she French?
Could be.
presumably she's anti-fascist.
Yes. Isn't everybody?
Presumably. Yeah. Who's there? Who's in the library? Must have heard. He comes through the window. Stay where you are, or I'll let
Get
you
him,
have it.
Caesar. Get him, Caesar. Rawr, rawr, rawr.
So he shoots the dog.
Oh,
Shoots
no.
at the dog.
Oh, he doesn't get him, no. Dog got him. Ha ha.
Missed him.
He's a crap
Yeah.
shot, isn't he? He's
Yeah,
right there in front of him.
Missed him at close range.
Yeah.
Just
Like-
the blast from the gun would have incapacitated
Yeah.
the dog, even if the bullet missed him.
Grar, grar. My
Yeah.
hand. That dog recognizes him at the courtroom. He still don't like him.
Scuffed it. You're lucky. Think of what he might have done to your pretty face.
You might have become Two-Face.
Could have.
Tooth
I'll get
face.
Two-Face. Yeah.
Toothface with
I'll-
those dog teeth in it.
I'll get even. Don't worry. Then he's at the pen.
Well, he's not going to get
What's the
time
matter,
off for
Dracula?
good behavior,
Something
that's for sure.
Yeah. How come you're so pretty, feller? Y'all got a pretty mouth. No, you look like one of them pinup babies. Maybe I act like one too, eh? Ha ha. Pretty boy sensitive. You
Go
don't
see
like
Mr.
cracks
Big.
about his lovely profile. Yeah,
In the shower
Isn't it-
block.
Isn't this a conversation that should be taking place in the shower?
probably. Take it easy, Floyd. Another stunt like this, and you'll do solitary.
Yeah, maybe that's what I want.
Nobody can ride my looks. I don't stand for it. Get me. Huh.
A few days later in the yard.
I tell
This
you what,
man's
though,
got a tattoo right there. Look
Yeah,
at that.
look at that.
there's lots going on in each panel.
Yeah, there is. It's conveniently placed a bunch of bricks all around them here.
Hmm.
Just
It's
to
not
take up that
huge.
space.
It's not
It's good.
hugely dynamic, but
No.
it's quite solid.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's very, very clear.
Yeah.
Simple, clear.
Oh, and he does come
Right.
back and shoot the dog. Look at that. Oh,
Yeah.
Oh no.
vicious guy. Years later, or years passed swiftly. Bradley and Floyd were released at the same time.
Right. And that's 35 years in dog years.
Yeah. Caesar's still alive, though, only for a moment. Who would have killed him? It's a smoke-filled bar there.
Yeah, it is a smoke-filled bar, isn't it? For a minute, I thought it was a fast-moving bar.
Maybe it's underwater.
Yeah.
This is actually the Submariner.
Could be underwater.
It's one of the bars in Atlantis.
That's where they slide the glass of whiskey down the bar and it just starts to float.
I like how they're openly discussing bank robbing here.
It's all gone quiet.
Sorry about that. I keep forgetting to unmute myself after I hack along. I said, what I tell you, easier than taking candy from a baby. All the cliches are here, folks. All those old mobster cliches, all that fun. Let's let him have it. There's two of them, Tom. We'll get the rats. Call a radio patrol. We're heading down Chester Street. The dirty exclamation points, expletives here.
I wonder if the artist had to use photo reference to draw the motorcycle at that odd angle.
I don't know.
What do you think, Russ?
No,
Just faked it.
I think he's made it up. Just like the guy who's fallen off it. Is he shooting him up the bum?
It looks like it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I was saying. It's like it's not terrible. That's probably the most dynamic panel in the whole thing. These two panels are probably the most dynamically designed panels. But it's like that panel on the right there. It isn't shouting energy to me, but still, it's it's fairly solid. Like you can see that guy's holding that other the policeman. The bike handles come in, and then you move through into the background. And you've got the policeman saying, "Go, go get him, the dirty rats or whatever it is." And there's definite, levels of dimension within each panel.
And you have crossing diagonal planes too.
Yeah.
Which
When was this?
Which are dynamic.
Was this in the 50s?
Yeah, very early.
I think this is.
No, I'm sorry. This is actually late 40s.
I think this is pretty advanced, actually, for the time.
Yes,
I would say.
Have you ever seen the Harvey Black Cat from this era?
No,
Lee Elias, love that stuff.
Yeah, that's probably the most advanced stuff you're going to see from this era. By trying to remember the artist,
Lee Elias.
Yes,
I mean,
yeah.
So if you go back to that previous page,
give me just a second here. I'm looking at the indicia.
47.
40s, 42. Re-enter.
No, that's the postal.
That's re-enter.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah.
That's the postal thing.
It says 47. Copyright 47. Yep. Right.
Yeah, May 1947, right there.
You go to that previous.
When you get a chance, Russ, Google Lee Elias Black Cat.
Okay.
And you'll see probably the most sophisticated but simple stuff that was done in this era.
Oh, it's absolutely beautiful artwork. He's phenomenal.
I mean, if you get to that page, if you look at that page in its entirety as a whole, it's not far off stuff that you'd get in the 60s.
No,
that's true.
It's it's got it's got a lot of that to it. I love that car zooming off there. Look! Notice how the car is not touching the road.
Here, yeah.
Yeah. That's a Toth feel, isn't it? It's the kind of thing he used to do, and it's just there's some real good stuff in this. It's impressing me, I have to say.
Yeah, it's solid. It's not the most dynamic art you're ever
No.
going to get, but look at the way he's mixing up the angles.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Look at that third panel, that down shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's got something to it.
Yeah. I think there's a lot of Black Cat on this site too. We should take a look at that.
Yes, all of that stuff is public domain. And have you looked at the prices of those Black Cat back issues?
Oh,
They're
it's just getting crazier
ridiculous.
and crazier.
Yeah.
Yep. We got a cure for cop killers, feller. You won't like it. Yep. Bradley, who fired the shot, went to the chair for murder. Floyd received a 15-year sentence. They think I'll go stir again. They're nuts. Go to stir. It's going to stir, folks. There we
This artist, Fred Gardenier, he has 2 features in Action Comics #1. How about that?
Ah, cool. So he's been around since the beginning.
He'd already been around for quite some time at this point.
Seems a little looser on this page. Not quite as tight. On the train ride to prison, he jumps. I thought twice, okay? See you back at the Flatbush Beat. Fourth panel there. It's really interesting.
The panel where he's crashing through the glass.
Yeah.
It looks to me like there's an awful lot of glass missing. If you put that window back, together, I don't think there's nearly enough glass.
It's mighty big chunk there too.
That's what I was thinking. Mighty big chunks of glass.
Well, maybe it's all below the panel there.
Already fallen. That's kind of a hastily drawn crash there too.
Yeah.
Sound effect. You might have started feeling that deadline.
Crash.
Nice shadows, especially towards the bottom of the page. The spot black shadows, whatever. Yeah, nice.
It's like the dynamics of that guy in the last panel there. Slamming around. The lousy copycats, they get the dough and I get the roasting. And the one thing to do, pretty boy, walk around with your face exposed so they'll see who's robbing them.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. Let everybody know. Floyd strikes again, makes off with, what is that, 50,000, looks like.
So could you have a Black Cats comic and not get done by Marvel then?
Probably not. Yeah. No, you probably would get in trouble because the name is right.
Trademark.
Trademark. Yeah. What you could do reprints, or if you wanted to do a new comic with that old character, you just couldn't have the name on the cover.
So you couldn't call it Tales of the Black Cat.
Yeah, I think you could, but you'd have to make some sort of distinction away from the trademark. You'd have to say like the original Black Cat.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
Yeah.
You know, or the Golden Age Black Cat, something like that. That's how they do it with Daredevil. You know, when they're not calling it like death-defying devil or whatever. They make like Golden Age Daredevil or some sort of distinction to keep it away from the Marvel Daredevil.
Because she's interesting.
Oh yeah, and the stories are great. The artwork is phenomenal.
They're fun. Stuff. They're lively. Yeah. The art is phenomenal. I love her costume.
Yeah,
reminds me a lot of Frank Robbins.
Yeah, and she's always she's riding a motorcycle. She in her secret identity. She's an actress, right?
Yeah,
yeah. And there are some reprints from the early 60s, I think. There were 3 issues done by Harvey, all reprints, and they're I don't know, 64 pages or whatever.
Yeah.
Occasionally, those can be found reasonably inexpensive, but even those are expensive. They have
You're
been
probably-
reprinted and they have been reprinted in black and white in the 80s, I think.
I think so. I don't have that volume though. I wish I did. That'd be
Yeah,
great.
they really need color though. And then Black Cat turned into a horror comic at some point, like everything else.
Yeah,
I
Black
think it was
Cat
called
Mysteries.
Black Cat Mystery, and she wasn't even
Yeah.
in it.
Yeah. They kicked her out pretty quick. When horror was selling more than sex, they swapped it around.
There you go.
More than cheese, I should say. Cheesecake. That man's losing his weight.
You've got a syrup on.
You'll never identify your bald head underneath that wig. Yeah. So we made 40 grand out of that, Floyd. Where to now? Kansas City. Richetti, I got a letter from my pal, Vern Miller. He wants to see me. Something's hot.
I'm looking at the real Pretty Boy Floyd online.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't particularly pretty.
Mhm.
And he didn't look anything like this. He actually kind of looked like Babe Ruth.
He started out as a baby face and got nicknamed that stuck. That's what it must have been, right?
Yeah, probably.
They're showing you an awful lot of his crime life, aren't they?
It's a crime comic.
Yeah, I mean,
Exactly.
they're
It's true crime comic.
crime does not pay, but this is quite glamorous.
Yeah. That was their big complaint about this book. They glamorized crime, and then they came back and said, well, they all got it in the end.
They all got it in the end, yeah. But they had a good time getting there, didn't they?
Yeah.
There was a 1960 movie called Pretty Boy Floyd.
Yeah.
And it starred Barry Newman, John Erickson. Yeah. Not familiar with that.
Again, they're really full panels. They're great panels.
Very illustrative.
No, this
Yeah, he's
panel on the
done-
right here, where he's
Yeah.
got his hand in his hair over his
Yeah.
face.
It's
That's
just
a
nice,
great
isn't it?
panel. You could imagine that on a Fantastic Four page.
Mm-hmm. And the guy next to him looking frightened, even though all of the action's going on behind him.
Behind him.
It's like he's looking over his shoulder. And this guy here in the checkered suit, and you can see his hand here in the next panel, just to keep that continuity running. Yeah. And he's shooting in the car. I don't know why they're worried about it. The car's in front of him.
Right. And those cars were made of steel back then. The bullets are not going through.
Probably got more coming back at him than going forward.
Yeah.
Bouncing
Dangerous.
off.
You hit the gasoline, you'll be in real trouble.
Yeah. Flattening their tires for sure.
It all gets a bit freaky now.
Don't
shoot, it's me.
I'm Frank Nash. Who cares? Blam, blam.
Nash has a bald head. Bald, it's Frank. Look at the wig fall off. Like the way it just falls off.
Yep. Fool, it is Frank. Look at that wig fall off. Yeah. Come on, cops are coming down the block. Numbskull, you killed Frank Nash, the guy we're supposed to save. You dumb fool. Ought to kill you myself. You're not getting a chance, sucker. I don't let nobody talk like that to me. Bang. Must have loved your old pal Vern. Now you two can do a duet on the harps. Such great dialogue. Very 50s gangsta-ish. Or late 40s in this case. Days later, police found Miller's body outside Detroit.
10 miles to Detroit.
Yeah, yeah, right there. That fantastic sign right there.
It's telling you. I mean, it's got everything you need for a story.
Yeah,
Well, the comics are visual storytelling.
Yeah,
they are.
it's great.
Floyd must have quarreled with Miller and won out. That's one of the skunks accounted for. We'll get the rest from the hot tip about Floyd's car being seen in Ohio. Yeah.
Get your ass to Ohio.
Hot tip, folks. Blam.
There's they shot him in the nuts.
Wow.
Sure does look like it.
Again, nice graduation of distance. You've got this the hand here right at the front.
Plus, he went to the trouble to draw that on a staircase.
Yeah.
Which was there was absolutely no need to do that.
No.
Yeah.
It could have been anywhere.
Going that extra mile. Yeah. Marv in the house this morning. Good morning. Earlier today. Okay. Yeah, it's daylight savings time, Marv. I don't know if I mentioned that at the start. I think I did. The dog can't hear. That's why he wasn't hurt. Says sometimes the perspective must be a bit off so that everything can be in the panel. Yep, that's true.
Yeah.
Says my writing is weird today. Yeah.
It's called cheating.
It's all good.
Yeah. Constantly doing it.
Artistic expression.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
It doesn't matter whether it's right or not. It's whether it looks cool.
And then these two panels here in silhouette, real quick. Yeah. The tricky Floyd escaped across the rooftops. Made it. Even though he's as big as that water tower there.
He's got some weird legs going on there.
Yeah.
Not just that, but look at the lettering here. Knocked it out of the panel border. Just I can't fit it all in, make it look right. So we're just going to drop that panel border for a second.
He was executed shortly after recovery from the G-Man's bullets. So was there a trial?
he was electrocuted.
Electrocuted.
Do you know what? That was 90 years ago. Yeah, and nobody cares.
Yeah.
And I would imagine nobody cared at the time.
No.
That was just commonplace. Get him the chair. Yeah.
What's that? What are those lights doing on the front of that car?
Ogling.
It's like one up and one down.
Yeah, well, it's supposed to be a rickety old jalopy.
That's funny. Yeah. Looks like it might be Herbie or something.
Well, that car is at least
buggy.
That car is at least 30 years old.
Yeah.
In the story.
At that time. Yeah. Wow, FBI searched everywhere. Floyd hid for weeks in a Wellsville barn.
Not everywhere.
Yeah.
That's a funny expression. That we searched everywhere, couldn't find it, but he was there. Well, you didn't search everywhere.
He's always the last place you look.
Exactly.
Like your keys.
Yeah.
It's funny there. He's thinking, here's my chance to beat it, but he's been in that barn for weeks.
Maybe I should have shaved.
Get him up, Hayseed. We're going bye-bye. I'm hiding under that tarpaulin.
Yeah, tarpaulin.
Tarpaulin.
Today we call it a tarp.
Tarp, yeah.
Tarpaulin.
If you let out one squeak about me being here, I'll blow your heart out. Gosh, that gangster's going to kill Pop.
Now look at that. Yeah, I like that little kid there with the thought balloon. That's great.
Hiding around the corner there. You'd never even see him unless there was a thought balloon run into him. And there's chickens in the yard.
Yeah, so they don't have to buy expensive eggs. They've got a chicken right there.
That's how it was in them days. Yeah.
I like the license plate too in the last panel there. I guess there were not a whole lot of cars on the road back
303.
then.
Yeah. The plates were simpler then. Look at that. That's great. No,
they
but it's
killed
the
him.
last time you'll try. Aye.
All that blood come through his nose. God, blimey.
Ugh.
Yeah, really. Nothing pretty about
No,
Pretty Boy Floyd, eh? Now about Pretty
Never-
Boy Floyd.
Never was.
Never was. Never anything pretty about crime or criminals. And Floyd
Right.
knows it now.
Crime never pays. So
never
this
pays.
comic is morally acceptable because the bad guy always gets it in the end.
Yeah.
It's a morality play.
Exactly. Well, little letters pages there.
What does that say up top
And a
there?
chance to buy.
Beginning this issue, Crime Does Not Pay becomes a monthly magazine.
Yeah. It's easier said than done. It required double the editorial effort, double artwork, double press time, engraving and paper. This multiplication of labor would not have been justified if the high quality standards of its contents suffered one iota. We know they haven't. We also know that it was your wish. It was your letters, hundreds and hundreds of them, that made Operations Monthly a reality. Here are some. And you can tell they're actual letters because they're all in cursive there.
Yeah.
All in ever so slightly different cursive.
I was about to say, this doesn't look like the same handwriting at all.
No, not at all.
No, Dear sir, I would like it to have your Crime Does Not Pay monthly. Sincerely.
So look at that one letter in the middle on the bottom tier where they've abbreviated Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
PTO Rico.
PTO Rico. Never seen that before. Why not make Crime Does Not Pay magazine a weekly one? There you are.
Dear sirs.
Jose, come on, Jose. That would require 4 times the work.
It took 5 years for this to become monthly. But keep in mind, way back then, a lot of these comics were quarterly.
And a lot of them were bi-monthly at best, just to
they were
save the time on the newsstand.
Yeah, when they were 64 pages, some of them were quarterly.
Yeah.
Well, that's what ours is.
Yeah. I mean, why isn't yours weekly?
There we are.
Get to work.
I'd love to do a monthly comic. I have done monthlies, but it's been monthlies where I've done everything. So I haven't been able to do like 20 pages a month. It's been like 10 or 12 or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I would have liked to have been on like a Marvel or a DC standard monthly, where I just did the pencils or something like that.
Yeah.
Well, I did it, but I was only writing. So that was
it's never going to happen for me now because I think monthlies. I'm afraid I think floppies are on their way out.
It's unnecessary. It's really unnecessary.
Yeah.
It would be counterproductive.
Yeah, I think they're on their way out now. I see a very small life for them, a short lifetime for them now. It's going to long form, which in some ways is a good thing.
Well, we're at the point now where Marvel is making quite a bit of their money from facsimile editions.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I can't see new stuff coming out off. I think it's just gonna gradually fade away. There certainly won't be any big money in it.
Well, the installments might be digital.
Yeah.
And then they'll be collected.
Yeah, I thought that for a while. That I'm surprised. I mean, it's only because of this weird relationship that the publishers have through Diamond out to the comic book shops and what have you, that we've got a situation where we didn't just go digital first and then just sell trades physically. But yeah, it's all a bit of a mess now, isn't it?
It'll straighten itself up.
Oh yeah, it will. Yeah, comics aren't going anywhere, or sequential art. The storytelling, that's not going anywhere. People like it.
Yeah.
It's just how it's delivered. That's all.
Yep.
So the database does not know who drew this story,
and nobody wants to own up.
Yeah.
And I kind of like that death holding the, even though the hand there is a little.
Yeah, I'm not
goofy.
sure about that hand.
Yeah. The electric chair there is kind of fun.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just hugging it. Yeah. Shooting it
I'm
out on a
hugging my
bar.
chair.
Yeah. Shooting it out at a bar on Friday the 13th, apparently. It says so right there on the wall.
Who's going to sit in my chair?
Yeah.
That skeleton hand does have 5 fingers.
It does.
Killer's
Well
juice.
done.
Yeah.
Yeah. So give it
Right.
5 out of 10 for accuracy.
Friday the 13th, the day black with ominous warning. Such was the night chosen by a trio of trigger-happy bandits as they plunged on a mad tale of plunder and murder. Oh, look at that. It's kind of those eyes are kind of a mess on that bartender. Here's your usual beer, Peterson. It's 12:15 and you're right on time. Thanks. I like a glass of beer before hitting the hay. Sort of winds up my day. It's okay, everybody. Look at that face. He's kind of gritting his teeth there.
Yeah, that's,
Strange nose, too.
that is strange. And his twin brother is next to him.
Yeah. Yeah. Other thugs.
Got somebody scanned all these in and then rigged them all up. It's very
Oh,
it's a
there
lot of effort.
literally hundreds, if not thousands of them on this site.
There's a lot of effort goes into that. Bless them.
I'm just looking at these because the crime does not pay collection that I got from Dark Horse has got such a tight spine on it. I'd be fighting with the book all day,
Yeah, no, this is a good way of doing it.
especially under that camera. And with the way the artwork is here, it's best. It's really cool that we're able to blow it up and shrink it down on the board here. Look at that.
It'd be cool to see the artwork. It'd be cool to see
Yeah.
the original line art to see how much of the thickness in the lines is down to the printing.
Yeah. Yeah, because back in those days, that ink would spread.
Yeah, I reckon this had a finer feel to it in the original art.
Well, you never know.
I mean, he's
Like
using
you
some
said,
quite broad
interesting
lines, but you know,
Mm-hmm.
it just looks a little furry every now and then, doesn't it?
It does. But that's the printing there, especially you get up close on this, you can see the dots for the color work and all that. That's definitely the printing on the comic.
Now, because you guys rely on me for useless information, I have looked up the most recent Friday the 13th from when this comic was published. You ready?
Go on.
Okay.
This December of 1946 was the most recent this is Friday the 13th. So 6 months before the cover date of this, there was a Friday the 13th, so it would be fresh in the readers' minds.
Oh,
Yeah.
there you go. Wow, good planning.
I'm looking at that guy holding the camera. It looks kind of funny.
There was one in September of 46 as well.
So whoever did the artwork took the time to write the word grill backwards here in this window. A lot of rafters for ceilings. This is before drop ceilings.
A lot of green suits back in that day.
Yeah. Well, you know, suits were big.
What does that say? Cuba Libre 40 cents.
Yeah. Is that a brand of beer?
That's a good question. What is a Cuba Libre? Let's find out. I don't think so.
Can you describe the guys who stuck you up?
It's rum and Coke.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what does that say? Bar scotch, 25 cents. So that the house scotch is 25 cents.
Is this right after Prohibition?
Prohibition ended in 1933. So this was quite
okay.
yeah,
Good
quite
10
a way
years after.
later. Yeah.
10, 15 years. Sure.
Yeah, FDR said no more prohibition.
Screw this. Too many bad guys are making too much money.
Well, they had to repeal, since it was an amendment, they had to repeal the amendment.
Yeah.
Which meant what? 2/3 of the states?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. You see, you get history here too, not just comics.
It's an education.
Yeah.
That's its comics history. And a case of Dill and Dill down here in the corner. Bottled beer. Bottles of beer. Dill and Dill.
Dill and Dill. That's bizarre.
You're right.
That can't possibly be a real name. I'm gonna look that one up. There's no way that's real. Dill and Dill beer. That's no way.
What do you give him? I gave him a fifth of Dill and Dill. Bonded whiskey. It's bonded whiskey. He made me open a new case. Hold on. Let's see the rest of those bottles. If the numbers on the revenue stamps run in sequence, we can learn the number of the stamp on the bottle they took. You're right, Monahan. The number on the missing bottle is 8042572.
This is hysterical. I looked up Dill and Dill.
Uh-huh.
There's a law firm, Dill, Carr, Stonebreaker, and Hutchings, and one of their practice areas is liquor license and it's hospitality.
There you go.
But let's see if there's a beer. I don't think there's a beer.
Let's see. He says, I hope you get the dirty rats.
Dirty rats.
What's the next move? One fact stands out. 2 of them used a getaway car. The other guy with the shotgun ran up an alley, which means he used either trolley, bus, or cab. The first 2 are out as they don't run at this hour. We'll buzz the hackies. They're going to buzz the hackies.
There's a phrase you don't hear too much today.
No.
What are you going to do? I'm going to buzz the hackies. Let's look up that phrase. Buzz the hackies.
Let's see if one of these, they're going to call the taxi companies. Yeah. They were hackers back then. Or hackies.
No results found for buzz the hackies.
Which means the writer made it up.
Yeah. I hope so. They've pumped almost every cabbie in town. About time we got a break.
But hacky can mean mucky or dirty. He's all hacky from playing football.
Oh.
Is that the same as a hacky sack?
Or to give somebody an evil look. I saw Sally in town yesterday and she gave me a hacky.
So it was an A and not an E or an I?
Did you pay for it?
Said exactly.
This show really is educational.
It is.
Paid for that hacky. Where'd you drop him off? He got out on Bosworth Avenue and walked towards Blackhawk Street. Thanks, Pop.
We needed those details.
Yeah, somebody's naming streets after comic book characters. That's awesome.
It's a yellow cab.
Meanwhile, back at police headquarters. I'm talking to a box. Yeah, great map. Look at that. Everything's all graphed out.
Yeah, we really needed to see that.
That's city planning. That's what that is.
I like the way he's leaning on the chair.
Yeah,
with his knee.
And the guy sitting backwards on the chair or sitting with the
I on a rather large back chair. Is he
Yeah.
a very small man?
It's got to
Or
be.
is that a,
He
or is that a
does-
really big chair?
He does not look particularly comfortable.
It doesn't. I do like that guy with his leg up. He's just like,
Yeah.
he's really cool. Nice creases in the trousers.
Yeah. Well, that's
Yeah.
the only way you can point at a map is with
It
your
is.
leg up on a
It
chair.
is.
It's the only way you can point at the map without looking like a dweeb.
With a leg on the chair. Yeah.
With a leg on a
Lean,
chair, yeah.
Put that elbow on the knee and be able to steady that pointer. Yeah.
Hi, I'm advertising my pants.
Joining us now, Mr. Glenn Fleming.
Glenn.
Glenn, how you doing?
I still can't tell the time.
That's fine. You're welcome on whenever you can get here, buddy.
I did drop you a message, mate, but maybe you were asleep. I don't know.
Yeah, he's exactly an hour late.
You're exactly when you're supposed to be.
I thought
Exactly.
Well, I won't say lucky because you're not lucky to have me on, but I'm going to say I was going to miss it. I was going to come on at 3, just
Yeah.
as you were going. But
That's Randy's fault.
it's all
Was
Randy's
it?
fault. Yeah,
It's all Randy's. Yeah, you said
Yeah.
3. I saw it. That's why I dropped you
Yeah.
the message.
yeah.
I'm
Because
sorry.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
It's that
I'm
we're
just
only
a
4
me.
hours different. We're only 4 hours difference at the
I
moment.
can't
doesn't
tell
mean
time.
it.
I thought
You
you
know-
were fine.
Do you
Sorry.
know?
No, we are 5 normally.
I said this
Okay.
before. Time is an illusion, but it was us who gave the world the time. We tell the Germans when they can have lunch. Greenwich Mean Time. Anyway,
Marvy's happy
Excellent.
you're here. So
Marvy.
hello, Glenn.
Glenn is here exactly when Glenn is supposed to be here.
that's right.
That's
It's
right.
2 o'clock
Glenn,
where I
like-
am.
And Glenn lays down the law, and that's the end of it.
What you've got
Like
to
any
remember,
wise wizard.
I
Yeah.
said this a few weeks ago. Time is an illusion because even though it takes like 2.5 billion years to get here from Andromeda, if you live in that galaxy, it's still now.
Yeah.
So work it out. Anyway, very nice lettering on this. You know,
Yeah. We had some great stuff a couple pages before this that you need to
yeah,
see.
well,
It's
yeah, you
amazing.
would, yeah. I know.
Yeah,
Lettering that was going off the page.
They actually they broke the line to get the lettering on. It was quite good.
Let's see if we can find it here.
It's top right. It's top right of whatever
Right
page
there.
it was on. There it is. There you go.
Oh, yeah, that's the way to do it.
Yeah. There's a dash
Jetty was
beforehand as well.
electrocuted.
Electrocuted.
Shortly. Electrocuted
Fantastic.
shortly after his
Love it.
recovery from the G-Men's bullets.
No, don't put it. It's like the way that's
I
the
don't
way
wanna-
executions are done. They drag him to the chair
I
screaming.
don't want to. Yeah. I don't want to squish the lettering. It might be unreadable. I will just bump it out of the panel border. That's great.
Right.
That'll work.
We don't want to waste taxpayer money on a trial.
No, why would you want to do that? Just get the G-men to stick him straight in the chair.
Not at all. Yeah, there you go. Is this where we were? Yeah, this is where we were.
This is it. Yeah, this is great.
Pointing out the map. Yeah. Calling
This
Captain
is a
O'Connell.
square.
Yeah.
This is a square, and this is another one, and this is another one, and this is another one, and it's a big one. Brilliant.
I was saying that's all great city planning right there, that everything's so
Yeah.
squared off like that.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
And it's art by nobody knows.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to take responsibility for it, more likely.
That
The
looks
best thing
like
about-
sorry, that looks like a massive waffle. That's what it looks like. He's
Right,
pointing out
Pointing at a massive waffle.
a waffle. Yeah, or a shreddy. We'd know what shreddies are. yeah.
Wasn't
It's
that
just it's a coated shreddy, and this is where all
Wasn't-
the sugar bits are.
wasn't that a new wave band?
Coated shreddy?
Massive waffle.
Massive waffle. I'll go to a massive waffle concert this evening with the rest of the dweebs.
Dweeb. Yeah, that's a good word.
Dweeb is the word of the day. This is a bit like Sesame Street. We have a number and a word and a comic.
Pull over to the curb and come out with your hands up. They don't shoot coppers.
Right. The word of the day is areola.
That's right.
Areola.
It was areola. We
Areola.
decided that before we started.
Don't shoot coppers.
I like the way he's riding on the side of the.
Fantastic, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah,
On the
that's-
running board.
Running
the
on the
running
running
board,
board. Yeah. Yep.
I like the way in the previous panel they're chasing that tiny red car.
Yeah.
yeah,
Those guys are going to
that-
try to fit in there. Yeah.
Yeah,
the way that the car's
that-
about a mile away.
that perspective didn't quite come off, did it? You can tell they're tiny because the people are huge.
Yes.
Yeah.
And there's no windows on the first floor of any building.
That was
No.
the first. That was
No,
the
look at
first
that.
compact car.
Very
Sub-
compact.
That's a
Compact.
subcompact.
Still, they fit in
four-
though. There it is. The next
How'd you
panel.
get 4 elephants in a mini? 2 in the front, 2 in the back. Stupid question. Brilliant. Love it. Oh,
Lineup.
this is a bit different.
Same artist. Maybe.
Hitting
Maybe.
deadline here. Yeah.
Oh, all the people are much skinnier.
Yeah. I love the
guy in
language.
second panel needs a wig.
I love the language. What's the idea? You bulls ain't got nothing on us.
Yeah, yeah.
No, this is James Cagney, innit? You know what I mean?
You
All of
balls.
it.
We got plenty on you. You're going to find that Friday the 13th is mighty unlucky for you. Slap the cuffs on them, men. Let's put them in the lineup right away. Book
I
'em,
like the
Dano.
way they're all looking and pointing with their guns at people on the other side of the street.
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah.
they're not pointing them at those guys.
I like the way the guy's getting out of the car, though.
Oh yeah, like yeah.
It's very nice. It's good.
Nice
Well,
touch.
I think this is a slightly different artist. I'm not sure. I don't think this is all the same artist as the previous stuff. Just because all the people are skinnier for a start. They don't look the same. Maybe the same inker, inker and a different penciler. But the last few pages, or certainly the earlier few pages, Glenn, had some really quite good panels in them.
Yeah.
Some really good stuff.
That
I shall
could all
watch the
depend
replay.
upon.
You watch the replay.
Yeah.
That could all depend
Well,
upon
these
how
guys-
close to the deadline and how much alcohol he's got in his system too.
Yeah, yes, there is that. Yeah.
These guys definitely don't go to Ian Dury's Taylor Simon, because Ian Dury said, "See my Taylor, he's called Simon. I know it's going to fit." These guys are not going to Simon.
No, they're not. No.
So who's the guy who stole your?
They are
stole
going to
your
the green.
rope?
They are going to the green suit shop, though.
Yeah.
Look at that suit! Wow,
Start
that's
talking,
an overcoat. I guess.
Michalowski.
Is that an overcoat? It's got to be.
That's a
These are
great
suit
coat right there.
suits.
Where do you buy
Yeah.
a green overcoat?
Probably no
Green overcoat shop. Yeah.
Boy,
Your
this
pals
is
say
really
you-
bad. This is
You
horrible.
killed
art.
Peterson. Your fingerprints were found on the whiskey bottle. Open up. Who killed Peterson? I ain't taking
no
no
murder
murder rap. For somebody else. Nick knocked the guy off. His real name is Victor, whatever that is. Mikowski. Mikowski. Wow. He lives on Milwaukee Avenue. Now leave me alone. He's had a rough life. Look at that scar down the side of his face there. Just rough.
Is it a scar?
No, it's a
No.
shadow, but it
No.
looks like
It's
a
just
scar.
really bad.
And this guy's yelling off in that direction.
Yeah, that direction. Yeah. He's not quite discovered. Third, 3/4. It's only
Yeah.
side on and back.
Yeah.
It's-
What's on the door? Is it bullet holes or something on the door? The ants
is.
running up it.
Yeah.
It's where the rats have been knocking.
Must have been. Hey, what goes here?
You'll find
You'll
out,
find
wise
out,
guy.
Wise
Yeah.
guy.
Look
Yeah.
at him in his big coat.
Look at that great cartoony face
Look at
right
that.
there. Wow, that's a great.
In his
Look at
hand.
Look at the judge. That judge is Superman under that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. Look, it's got
Yeah.
massive shoulders.
Actually, the judge looks like Alfalfa from the Little Rascals.
He does. He just needs a little hair lick up there in the top of his head. I hereby sentence you to death by the electric chair on December 14th, 1939.
Winowski is a real name, spelled that way too.
Come on, Michalowski. You're next. Oh no, I'm too young to die. Give me a break,
I
please.
like
Oh,
the prison chaplain is a little portly.
Yeah.
He's been
Give
eating
me
some
a-
donuts. If you guys ever do a class about perspective, that last panel shows you how not to do perspective. Do not do it like this. And look
Thus,
at that.
the law
Look where,
extracted its grim penalty.
look where
Go
the
ahead.
chair is, right at the end of the corridor where everybody else is
Yeah.
in the cells.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Every day they move them up one cell so they know where they...
Is there an actual vanishing point in that picture anywhere?
I think there's a few. That's the problem.
Yeah, there's a couple. Yeah.
There's a whole bunch. Yeah.
I like
The
the
law
ceiling.
extracted.
The ceiling is nice.
Yeah.
The shadows. Yeah.
I was thinking the
ominous.
shadows were all right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thus, the law extracted its grim penalty.
Actually,
for a
the
brief
shadow
career of
doesn't make sense because aren't there 4 people?
Yep.
Yeah. Of course.
So the
there are.
shadow doesn't. The tallest part of the shadow should be in the middle.
Yeah, but they're dragging this guy. They're dragging the guy in front,
Yeah,
so you can't
yeah,
see
but-
him. being
Yeah, but
dragged
the
there.
tall guy
But then
is in the
should
middle.
be- yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
the
he
tallest
should
part
be
of the
back.
shadow should be the
Taller.
middle.
It's almost like
Yep.
the guy at the back is shining a torch at the 3 at the front.
Yeah. Must be what it is.
That's bonkers.
Crime does not pay, folks.
It's all because it was Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
Yep.
A
Delightful little story.
What's on your mind? $2 for each letter published. Wow, that's big money back then.
Yeah, that
That
that's
is.
a lot of money. Yeah,
That's 20 comic books. Heck yeah.
That's journalists. They're being
There
paid
you
as
go.
journalists. Oh God.
Yeah.
do you
Look
think
at
they
that
ever?
picture.
Do you think they ever paid anybody for a letter? I doubt it.
No.
Okay,
Well, you
so
never
this
know.
art-
They were moving like 5 million copies of the
That's
book
true.
a month or an issue. So they might have done it just to thank them.
this
That's a
story
great
is by-
picture. Look at
yeah.
that picture.
This is by
Wow.
Lee Tieford, whoever that was.
The art.
He's
Lee-
being washed up.
Lee Tieford.
Wow.
That's a washboard. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this an Atom story or an Ant-Man story?
What? Why is there
I don't know.
a tap inside the
Lee.
bowl?
Lee Tieford.
Well, that's a sink.
It's a
Yeah,
wash tub. It's
but
an
why
old
would you have
style
it
wash tub.
inside?
Yeah.
Would
A
you have
big
a tap
sink.
in it?
It's a big sink.
Yeah, but you
It's a
never
big-
have a
yeah.
tap inside the sink.
You don't. They do.
Okay.
Well, they had to move it for the logo, for the title here. Washed
Of
in
course.
blood. How
Of
are you going to
course.
show it's a washed? Oh, we got to put a faucet in there somewhere. We'll put it here. There's an open space, and put 2 guys leaning
On
on
a
a
bar of
of
soap.
soap.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Of course, if you'd have
Great
had
picture.
a faucet coming in from the outside going over the front, you could have shown the blood coming out of the faucet.
We
Yeah.
know it's ivory soap because it's floating.
yeah. Look at that.
Ugh.
Cylinder looking sleeve there. Looks like more like a can than a sleeve on a shirt.
This guy is only credited with
I love it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stories. That's
the
all he
little
did in
bubbles.
comics. 7 stories.
Well, he probably got picked on too much for his artwork.
Well, he was in he did some work for Marvel.
Okay. Cool.
1949.
Yeah.
What do
He's
you do
proud
for them?
enough to sign it.
Mm.
What did he do for Marvel?
A couple of romance stories in
Right.
1954.
Uh-huh.
I want to know who's done the letter.
Johnny
It's
Spanish.
fantastic.
It is.
Yeah.
I like the lettering. Yes, that
Real
title,
readable.
Washed in Blood. Yeah.
Yep.
And the lettering in the circle's great, isn't it?
Yeah. Let me shrink that just a hair here. Johnny Spanish was the biggest laundry racketeer in crime land.
Johnny
business
Spanish.
Was to wash up innocent men. And in that way, he himself thought he was cleaning up until something strange happened, and Johnny got washed in blood.
It says that something strange happened, and Johnny got Lee Teaford.
Yeah.
When I was growing up, that's what I wanted to be. I wanted to be a laundry racketeer.
Lee Teaford.
Yeah. You wanted to be a Lee Teaford?
Johnny Spanish. Jesus.
He
What's
was
your
a
name
re-
then? Johnny
he wa-
Spanish. No,
he
you're
was
taking a piss.
He was a real person.
Johnny Spanish.
Yes.
Yeah.
He was an
It's a true
American
crime story. It says so
yes,
right there.
he was an American gangster.
Johnny Spanish.
Johnny Spanish.
Yeah. He was a real gangster.
What a name.
Yeah. Look at that. That's some pretty hot, tight artwork, though. Pretty hard inked.
Yeah, he's gone for it, isn't he?
Anatomy, of course, is like way off. Look at that elbow.
Yeah, that's a high elbow. You when your elbows
is.
are up that high, you'd be doing dips.
It's back. That's painful.
Yeah.
Maybe he's part Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Could be.
That perspective's a bit odd as well, and that the guy with the gun is getting thinner and thinner and thinner as he goes down.
Yeah. But that's the first figure here is kind of cool.
Yeah.
That
That's
relaxed
kinda cool.
spine there,
Yeah.
and his hand in his pocket, the wrinkles on the coat. That's really good. Of course, the arm doesn't quite match up to that elbow, but that's okay. It's all right. Gets the point.
Move along.
I like the art. I like the art style, though. I like it a lot.
He had a brother, Joey Spanish.
Huh. Now you're getting smart. Like, hurry! I ain't got all night. I'm saving some for you, Johnny. In here, it's tied to the ceiling. Yeah, cops. Right, get them up. We've got you covered.
You're all washed up.
Falling.
Coppers.
Leave that cord alone. The heck I will.
Look, if you look at the panel there, just go back up on the left there. The left. The guy's got the suited guy's trousers on.
No,
he does.
Yes.
I want my pants back.
A bit of clothes swapping going on there.
I think they made him a laundry racketeer simply so they could have this scene.
Yes.
Bang bang.
Yee.
Ouch. Stop, or I'll put the next one through your heart. Not if I get you first.
These guys are bad shots.
Both of them are bad shots.
Yeah, really bad.
Streams there. Yeah.
Looks like they're having a sword fight.
It does.
Pow. Pew, pew.
He goes outside the border here with his hand.
Right through the leg.
He's got him right in the head.
Right through the leg.
Yeah, he does look like he shot him.
He does. I think, this will make him stop running, maybe for good. Right through the leg.
What's going on with the clouds behind that building? That's bizarre.
That could be smoke.
Look at his head on the last panel.
Yeah.
Look at his whole body on that last panel.
He's popping some shapes there. I think he's dancing.
Yeah. Is that last building on the edge of the universe or something? Why is there just clouds behind that building?
What a bizarre building it is.
Right.
With one door and one window. Yeah.
Lucas
the perspective's gone on.
I wonder why he only did 10 stories.
I don't know. Man. I'm kind of interested now in seeing his romance work.
Yeah, he got fed up and went back to abstract art.
Yeah, it might have been. Went back to fine art, maybe.
Crumpled in a mess.
That figure drawn. Yep. Not afraid to switch his camera around, though.
How do you get a
Judge here.
flesh wound? By being shot through the knee.
Yeah. Yes.
You'd have been crippled for life if that bullet had hit a bone. When would you get shot in the knee and not hit a bone?
Be glad I wanted you alive. Well, it could have gone where you tick. Get me to a hospital. I'm bleeding to death. Yeah, the copper. Love those old expletives. Don't swear, kids, but here's a bunch of little symbols here, meaning that he's swearing. 3 days later, Johnny's bondsman paid the bail for his release, $10,000. Count it. That's the kind of dough Johnny Spanish has. Yeah. After the DA's finished with him, no kind of dough will spring Johnny Spanish. Lucky that shot was a flesh wound. Johnny, you could have been crippled for life. Yeah. You hit the bone. It's all that explanative Lucas's fault. I'm going to get that squealer. Oh, look at that guy's head. Oof.
Looks like a balloon.
Does.
Where do you get a plum-colored suit?
That ear is all off. Man. The whole face.
It's pretty nasty, isn't it?
Yeah, that face needs to come up a little bit.
Surprised this guy got any work.
Yeah.
Oh, back then they were using all sorts of folks. And look at how great an inker he is too, man.
He's a good inker. Yeah.
He's got some pluses on his stuff. Yeah. He's got his faults, but he's good. I kind of enjoy the style for what he's doing here.
I think it's brilliant.
And look, that building is completely changed now. The one next to the clouds.
They just shortened it up a little bit here.
Now it has either the door or the window disappeared. I'm not quite sure which.
Well, they finished it off in between panels.
Yeah,
they've been building.
It's
and
Spanish
here
Street. They don't have any. They don't have any roofs on buildings in Greece.
Yeah.
Because you don't pay tax. So if you build your own house, but you don't finish it off, you don't pay tax on it. So there's loads of buildings out there without any roofs on, with no top floor. That's the way it works. It's no wonder they all went broke. They didn't have to pay tax in Greece. It wasn't the law. You don't pay tax. You only pay it if you feel like it. And they wondered why they ran out of money.
Well, it's okay. We'll just give it to them.
Yeah.
Unintended consequences.
Unintended, yes. Don't.
Here's an example of the colorist not really reading the story. Hey, you're in the wrong lane. Turn off. And he's driving on the lawn already. Turn off your life, you mean? Great stuff.
Now in that panel, the left hand. Go back to that page. The left hand panel on the bottom there. Now there's a building across the street that wasn't there before. Yeah. Over that guy's head. That building wasn't there before.
It wasn't.
They just built it.
Yeah. Yep. Where are we at here? 1 and 18. All right. Wow. There's some action for you. Wow.
Get some Daz now. Buy Daz now.
Wow.
That's an advertising flash if ever I saw one.
Yeah.
Have you been knocked over in the street? Are your clothes dirty? Buy Daz now. Clean your clothes.
It's almost as if the artist had drawn something there that they tried to cover up later.
Yeah.
That could very well be. Yeah. That's what that kind of looks like. But at least he took the time to take the challenge to do the perspective.
Yeah.
Even though
the challenge.
This flying guy looks like he's, doesn't fit
Yeah.
the size of that
Yeah.
car, but
You see,
yeah.
He definitely took the challenge. I don't think he met it.
Yeah, but
No.
these days, because all you've got to do is turn up, he would have got a medal for that. He would have got the same medal as the
Yeah.
person who did it in the right way.
Yeah, yeah.
Because we
yeah.
don't want to upset anybody, do we?
No.
You know.
Look at
Somebody
that guy.
said,
Anyway.
somebody
Body
decided we need to color that red.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and the pavement here is still grass
Yeah,
on the he's still driving on the lawn.
maybe it's AstroTurf.
Could be.
How
That's
does this work? He's saying, "I have an idea, Mrs. Lucas." I missed that word. Yeah, I get it. Okay, got it.
that the hit and run killer was Johnny Spanish. We can't prove a thing. How can
I think-
anybody be so cruel?
I think Mrs. Lucas is a repressed housewife by the looks
Yeah.
of her.
Yeah,
She looks like
definitely.
the Flintstones, doesn't she? With that haircut.
Yeah.
What's she called?
Betty, is it?
Betty Rubble.
Betty. Yeah.
The other one?
Wilma.
Who's married to
Wilma.
Wilma. It was like Wilma, yeah.
Yeah.
Wilma.
Mm.
Wilma.
Probably her name. Wilma. Yeah. Lucas's death was only the start. Mysterious fires broke out in laundries that didn't cooperate. My laundry, a furnace. And I haven't a cent of insurance.
No, that's your fault, buddy.
This guy's head over here.
Wow.
Sorry.
He looks like a ventriloquist dummy.
Yes.
Look at the little skinny green guy in the middle panel.
Yeah.
Who the hell's
Look
that?
at that neck. Look at that neck. That's a
He's a
great
pen-
neck.
He's a
There's
pencil
some-
neck geek.
No. There's some casual racism going on there.
I thought he was Chinese. I wasn't going to say.
Look at what he's saying.
Did
Oh,
see
yeah.
morning.
This emo.
Now, yes. Now we
Oh,
go
we go-
bloke.
Oh,
Fifth
God.
laundry in the neighborhood robbed this week. When did you discover it, Wong? It's always white. This morning. Yeah. Now we go bloke.
God.
Oh no.
God. It's just
Oh
awful.
boy. We're gonna get flagged.
Just the times, folks. Just the art of the times. here.
Yes, yeah.
Lots
Right,
of
it's a history
stereotypes
lesson.
running.
Oh, God.
Oh, sorry. There we are.
I think he was shocked into silence.
Yeah.
I was laughing so hard I'm hacking stuff up. That's what it is. I like this though, the inking and that, even though his forehead's big. Little bottles in front. It's got kind of a look to it.
It's got a look.
It's got a look. Yeah, you're right
It's
about
got a
that.
style. Yeah. It's got a style. Look at this copper here coming in. Yeah. Good. I'll go.
Yeah.
Do you think he might have an Irish accent? That cop?
Yeah,
Probably.
Ah,
it's called O'Brien.
hello there.
Here's-
Top
Hello
of the
there.
morning to you.
Top of the morning to you. Can
I
you
don't
tell me
see-
where the donut shop is?
I don't see the humor.
Ah.
Oh my. Here's the bribe money and the signed agreements, Quail. I always knew Dan Quayle was doing something. I think you've got Spanish.
Maybe Dan
so
Quayle knows
tighter
what
in a
Dan Quayle's
sock.
doing.
Yeah.
That's exactly what a criminal would say. Here's
Exactly.
the bribe money.
Yeah.
He's-
Yeah. Quail, Senator, you're no John Kennedy.
Thanks, pal. We'll put Spanish where the bars. We'll
He's-
put Spanish where the bars we'll see won't be made of gold. Oh, he'll see.
Yeah.
Won't be made of
Quayle's-
gold.
Quayle's just a bit weird. I mean, look at his shape.
He almost looks like Dan Quayle.
Yeah, there's like, wow.
He looks like he's a puppet that's going to fall apart.
I like,
He
I
does
like
look
the-
like a puppet.
I like the way that the colorist had decided to make the girl almost disappear with the same color as the suit, the back of
Yeah.
her head.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like that. What are we
I
looking
thought
at?
that was-
Are we looking at
Oh.
the top of her head or the back of her head?
I thought that was a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
It's the back of the head. Even though
It's like
this looks like a skull, like a death mask to me
It's
right
like
here.
it's smiling. It looks like it's smiling, doesn't it?
Now,
That's definitely the
hadn't-
back.
yeah.
if we hadn't
the
seen
back of her
her,
head.
if we hadn't seen her before, we'd have no idea what the hell we're looking at here.
No.
No, not at all. No
Rawr.
shoulders or nothing, just a blob here. Yeah,
Rawr.
Blue black.
could have been
hair.
a leather seat or something for all we know. Spanish was here 2 hours ago, Mr. Quayle. I promised him $700. He told me he'd be at the Silver Bowl. Watching football.
Yeah, I don't know that game.
Good. I'll go as your representative. Yeah.
Quote representative.
Yeah. Oh, look at that guy. Man, that guy in the middle. That's a face. They're all faces. I wonder if he had reference.
Look at the glasses.
Oh, yeah. We got you, Coochie. We'll let Spanish have it as soon as he comes out of the manager's office. Give it to him for good. Nobody cute on my territory. Nobody's cute. Nobody cuts in. That's what it is. Nobody cuts in on my territory and lives.
In that middle panel, does it say police on top of the hood so that a helicopter can see that?
It does, yes. Yep.
That guy, Gucci, his brother's called Uchi.
Yeah. That's his sister.
Yeah. Uchi.
Sister's Coochie. Yeah. Fine. This is one pinch I'm going to enjoy. Wait till Spanish learns his graft boomeranged.
You mean his bribe?
Is that his bribe?
His bribe money?
Learns his graft boomeranged.
Yeah, his bribe money.
Yeah. Coochie warned Spanish to stay out of his laundry territory. The boss don't like no competition. The boss is smart. In a week, Spanish should get strong enough to go gunning for him. Gunning for him. It's that silver bowl. Of course, it's a silver bowl. And there's the manager's office. Of course it is. Look at it. He's casual. He's leaning up against the wall here.
He's pushing the
He's got his
panel
hand
out,
in
isn't
his
he?
pocket.
Yeah.
Look at it. He's pushing the panel to the right.
And this guy's making sure the other side stays right there.
He's thinking the letter might need another little bit to put the letter on. So
even though he's stumpy, look at his legs compared to his torso here. It's a little off. Right? Yeah, just a little.
Yeah.
This is the guy leaning up with his back to us looks right though.
Very uncomfortable.
Oh, here we go. 1 minute later. Ha ha. That's a good one, Mike. What a laugh on Quayle. Johnny, look at Coochie's men. He's about to be Coochie cooed. Aye. You bet we got guns. Take 'em, Johnny. Bangity bang. It's nice to see the Silver Bowl is actually an art gallery with all of this wonderful artwork hanging on the wall.
Look at the proportions on that guy in the middle.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
look at the proportions on the poster behind him.
Yeah.
Is he standing on a box?
Not just that, but look at his hand here. Wow. He's grabbing for the ceiling. Blam, blam, bang, bang. Ah. Just to make sure you don't get up, I'm going to shoot over your body.
What
Yeah.
happened to the guy? What happened to the guy in
Careful.
blue? What happened to the guy he's laughing with? Where's he gone?
He's getting shot.
No, he's
just
not.
He's off panel.
No, you've got 4 people. You've got 2 shooters and 2 people coming out the door. They shoot the guy in the green. Well, where's the guy in the blue?
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Where's he gone?
He got the hell out of there as fast as
Yeah.
he could.
Yeah.
He did. He took
look,
off running.
Jack Davis strikes. Look at the bottom of the shoe.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right. That is pure Davis there, too. Look at he's even got the little worn part right there. This couple of Coochie's hoods got him, Quayle. They sure washed Spanish up in blood. Good riddance. And we'll get them next. Quayle kept his word. Spanish's killers, what is that? Soon felt the sword of justice. Crime does not pay.
So just stop now. The killers came. The killers came in blue suits. So the guy at the end is the copper, not the guy who's been doing the shooting, even though he's got the same suit and hat on. That's later.
Uh-huh.
Right. Okay. Not confusing.
The guy this last panel here. Yeah.
So those are
two
guys
cops in the same types of suits.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
There's only one tailor in town.
Okay.
That's what it is.
It's not confusing at all.
No.
Not at all. Nope. Let's see. We got time for another story here. We're looking at 1:30. We can go again. Let's see what the next one is. Well, it's an ad. Look at that wonderful suit, even if you're looking at it sideways.
Well, there's the plum suit.
Turn your heads, kids.
Yeah, there's a green outfit.
God,
yeah.
I guess
that was
popular.
He's clever. He's got a pipe.
Yes, he's very smart.
You can get a Donald Duck camera. Yeah.
Hey,
that's because he's got the hot suit on. Yeah.
Do you like my suit?
Yeah.
Oh, you look lovely.
A giant telescope over 1.5 feet long, 98 cents.
Yeah. You can spy the neighbor's yard.
There is nothing. You don't get anything over 1 foot long for 98 cents.
That's what she said.
I'll set him up, Charles. You knock him down.
I'm sure there's a Zeiss lens in that thing too.
How dare you?
Oof. Letters page, The Telltale Scar, a true crime story. 2-pagers so that they could get proper postage.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
Yep.
No
now,
credit
who done
on
it?
this. Oh, who done it? Okay. Art by Fred Gardenier again.
There we are.
Yeah.
With that skull in the hood.
Isn't this the second story we've encountered with the same title? Who done it?
Probably, yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
Oh, look. Special guest appearance by Leonard Nimoy. Playing Spock here.
Nimoy.
Yeah. Oh, and look at that lettering. Let's get real close to that balloon edge there. Yeah. The chief, Hardmore College will make mincemeat out of Markham U. I can write the obituary right here. He's pointing in the wrong direction. He's pointing at the curtains. What's that? We haven't missed a sports coverage of the Hardmore Markham winter meet in 20 years. Scram, Malloy, or I'll write your obituary. Yeah.
I don't think that's Leonard Nimoy. I think it's John Carradine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could. Yeah.
It's John Carradine playing Prince Namo.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that too. Yeah. You guys ready to be slaughtered? Are we? We don't stand a chance against Hardmore this year. We couldn't beat their freshmen. Any statement for the press, Coach Sly? It's Coach Sly. How many points will Markham lose? Don't be surprised when Markham beats Hardmore. Malloy. Got a little tag here. It's that
The
tag
fix is in.
sitting there. It must be the bribe sitting there in yellow.
So where are they in that picture?
They're on a train, I think.
Oh, well, that's the little ticket.
What it
That's a little ticket the conductor
That
puts
must be.
on your seat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
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 It's
Yeah,
a
the train.
Cool.
that's verisimilitude.
Ooh. That's what you'd say.
Exactly. Uh-huh. Gesundheit. An upset over Hardmore? Sly, you're nuts.
The size of his head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just might be a bad guy.
Look at his profile in general.
I think he speaks like this.
I think that's the only way he can speak, tell you the truth.
I have a hunch.
Everyone.
Do you? I think you've got worse problems than a hunch, mate. Looking at that head.
Hunch? What hunch?
What hunch? You know I can help you with that hump.
I have a hunch we'll win every event. Just wait and see.
Snow
Now,
Valley.
excuse me, I've got to sneeze. Anyway. And so to Snow Valley, traditional arena for the clashes between Hardmore and Markham, come the unevenly matched clubs. Hardmore, the heavy favorite. That's an all right tree. It's a nice winter scene there. Hi there, Coach. Where'd you get the army of blonde giants? We have our ways of finding them.
Right.
Yeah, no. Just a coincidence, Malloy. Looks like we're going to beat Markham. We have
even without meeting the DEI requirements.
Yeah. They all have little H's on their oh, that's Hardmore. Anyway.
Yeah.
Hip hip hooray for Hardmore.
That's
Come
what
on,
she said.
fellas. Yeah.
No, it's H for Hatch.
Come on, fellas. We'll give Hardmore's best rooter for years a real ride. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
They're making a train.
Where are the cheerleaders?
Look at old Miss Wills. She sure loves the Hardmore team.
That's Aunt May's sister.
That's not suggestive at all anymore.
No. She's a gilf.
Yeah. They love her. That is their cheerleader. What's the matter with Miss Willis? She all right? Hi there, Malloy. Went there. Aren't they wonderful? Miss Wills had a beau at Hardmore, Malloy. She's rooted for Hardmore ever since.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
Hardmore.
Exactly right. Only sad thing about this team is Tom. Is that Crike?
Yeah.
Tom Crike or Crikey. Tom Crike.
Crikey.
He showed more promise than anyone else until he broke his leg during practice. Tough break for Crike. To see the others play when he's on the sidelines. Looks like Paul Simon almost as a blonde. Why should they walk while I must drag myself around like this? It's not fair.
Because you broke your leg.
They've broken out of the panel tops as well, haven't they?
Yes. He wants to be carried like Miss Malloy.
Miss Wills.
Or Miss Wills, yeah. Guest starring Aunt May. Yeah.
Aunt May, yeah. Yeah.
All my money on Markham.
Look at my mustache. Yeah.
Look at my big hat. Yeah.
And where's that wire coming from the telephone? Shouldn't it be coming through the end, the mouthpiece, rather than the handle bit?
It all depends upon the make of the phone, I guess. That's probably correct for that type.
Have you ever seen a telephone with a wire coming out of the handle? I bet you've not.
Close to the handle, yeah.
Close is not on the handle. That's on the handle.
That is on the handle, yeah. Yeah, not on the speaky bit.
Well, I wanted it to go down that side of the guy's lapel here, so it'd be easier to see.
Anyway, that's Kid Creole and the coconuts.
Got to swung it over though.
He don't need no phone wire.
I tell you
Why
what,
has he got a blue hand?
A blue hand.
Oh, it's just. I think that's just a registration problem with the. Over on the next panel, his hands underneath his arm.
Yeah,
and it's odd colour.
Go to the panel with the telephone. The guy in the background with the glass.
That's a small glass.
That hand and that glass look very, very curvy.
Hey, it does a bit. Yeah.
I found a phone that looks just like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
That glass.
That glass looks really flat.
Yeah, it's about the size of a chewing gum. It's not very big.
Actually, a burrito.
A very small burrito. It's the beans. Yeah. Mm.
Well, I'll be Nikki next to the big
I'll be Nicki Minaj.
Yeah. The big gambler betting on a sure loser. Something's wrong. It's a big idea, betting on a loser. Next to?
Good odds.
Loser nothing. I got a hot tip from Weenie. Oh, it's good to get a hot tip from Weenie. You remember me, Malloy? Don't you? Ex-coach of Hardmore's thrown out on my ear at the start of the season. You deserved it, meanie. Oh, it's meanie. I
Meanie.
thought it was weenie. Yeah, meanie.
Meanie weenie.
There was no excuse for being so harsh with your team. You were a slave driver. They'll regret firing me. They're going to lose. Oh, that's a lot tighter than the previous tier. Sure, my team's weaker, but I predict an upset. Hardmore will lose because they fired me as their coach. Something screwy here. Yeah, look at your vest.
Is he a dwarf?
Could be. Henry Pym as a younger man.
I think that's a montage.
Yeah.
I think it is.
I
too.
think
Yeah.
it is. I think it is.
What's with that guy's eye in the middle there?
He's a little high here. Are you
He's
talking about right there? That one?
He's a tough
Yeah.
guy. He's got an
This
injured
here
eye.
too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think he's been smacked in the face a couple of
Yeah.
times. I like the
sure
I like the next panel. He says the first jump goes to Hardmore. All ready, get set, go. As if you could just start like that on skis at that.
She's got a little, the little checkered flag waving him off.
Like, yeah, I'm not going anywhere until you wave that flag.
He doesn't have poles.
Yeah.
Nope.
Oh, he's
The
jumping.
jumper would make the Olympic team look sick.
Here we go. Hey,
Down the slope.
no.
Oh no.
I know.
Oh.
His skis are broken.
He'll be killed going off the slope like that.
Oh, bless him. He's got mittens on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He'll be okay. He'll be fine.
He'll be fine. That's less chance of him breaking his fingers.
Let's hope he lands in the snow and not up a tree.
Oh, no, let's hope he ends up in a tree.
Although there's some weird things going on with his legs. That left hand, those bottom two panels are probably the best two panels I've seen out of this guy so far.
Yeah.
Oh no, he's
Poor
dead.
Rollins. Is he dead? Yes,
No, I
poor
think
boy.
they've changed the artist. I think somebody else is drawing this bit.
Jinxed after firing me.
Because that panel there on the left, that's got all the hallmarks of the first stories that we were looking at. It's got good distance in it. Lots going on in the panel, and the people look like people.
Yeah. Could just be his deadline and the amount of alcohol in his system. We don't know.
Maybe.
More than one person profited by
Even
Hardmore's loss.
Even the guy with the massive head, the mahoosive head in the second panel looks more real.
I tell you, he looks like in that centre panel. Looks like Joseph Goebbels, doesn't he?
Yeah. Or a bit sort of Dracula-ish.
Mm.
That's because of the oil in his hair.
I want to suck your blood.
Somebody put a dry patch in the on this ski slide. Smoke coming from that patch of earth. Somebody threw acid or thermite into the ski run.
Acid.
So what, Markham? Markham wins this event by default. Yeah.
How did it happen? Acid.
He's got his fingers crossed there. Now the 4-mile ice sled race. Hope nothing goes wrong with
Not
this event.
a
He said
4-mile ice sled race. That famous race that everyone knows about.
Got to look that up. 4-mile ice
race.
sled race. Yeah.
Marvie says this book in black and white would have been a bit confusing.
Yeah.
Even in color, with the way they were coloring everybody's suits, it was confusing. So everybody dressed the same back in those days. Gosh,
Jelly
the race is
beans.
over. And we're beating them by a mile. Oh, Billy, look out. Yow.
I think they made that up. That race.
I think they did.
Yeah.
Put that pole in the way.
I find no evidence that was ever a thing.
Oh, he ran his sled through a plate of glass.
Oh no!
That's sitting there.
Gee, where did that come
That
from?
pane of glass is put there deliberately. Great heavens,
just-
another accident.
It's just put there. It's just left
No,
there
I
on the
think,
ice.
I think it was a naturally occurring pane of glass.
The guy running there, the guy running in the green suit should end up on his ass, shouldn't he? Skiing in that ice. I love that. I love the language. Great heavens, another accident.
Accident. Yeah, because somebody accidentally left that pane of glass there.
And Miss Wells there in the profile, just to remind you that she's part of that story as well.
She's moving pretty well for an old lady.
Yeah, she's got she's been protected by green kryptonite as well.
Yeah.
I like how somebody was able to put that pane of glass there without anybody spotting it.
Yeah. Well, it's see-through.
Stands on it and everything. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Yes, it's invisible. It's invisible.
Would have noticed.
I mean, could you imagine the phone call? Yeah, I'd like to order a 15-foot by 15-foot pane of glass, please. Could you park it on the Olympic event at the top of the?
Could you park it just in the halfway point of the 4-mile ice sled race, please? Sorry, I've never heard of that race. I don't know what you're talking about.
Not just that, but the large slivers of glass ended up skewering the.
Look at this. This is hideous.
Yes.
No, do you know what's needed for comics? A comics code. This is terrible.
I like the red jelly that they're excreting.
Yeah.
I think this might not be based on a true story. This one.
No.
Didn't have a thing in the front of it. That pane of glass came from the hotel.
Look at what the guy says. That pane of glass.
Somebody stole it to cripple my athlete.
That pane of glass came from my hotel. I was going to use it for my big dining room window overlooking the lake. Somebody stole it.
I thought I'd park it in the middle of the run.
Those athletes are definitely crippled.
This anatomy is definitely better than the previous stories. This looks like the same guy that was doing it before.
The guy on the first panel with the bowler hat looks like one of the Thompson twins out of Tintin, doesn't he?
It does.
Yeah.
But just everything's this is so much better. I mean, that on the right hand panel where he's leaning in and showing that thing from the broken window, that's actually not bad. You know, and the face is kind of quite natural.
Well, just in case you thought this was unrealistic, look at what that guy's saying in that next panel.
Yeah.
This is how they did. This is how they pulled this off.
Yeah.
See that white paint on the wooden holders?
Yeah.
The killer didn't want the ice sled crew to see it till it was too late.
You would not see that. Yeah.
All the Kirby crackle going on everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. What's that all about?
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Markham's piled up too many points. Hardmore can't win now.
The guy's smoking a pipe.
Oh, he's clever.
He's got to be a bit clever, isn't he?
Their athletes here have been crippled.
Yeah. They're not just crippled.
That's what he said. Somebody stole it to cripple my athletes. They look real
crippled. The twins have been removed.
Permanently crippled.
Yeah. It's only a flesh wound.
Yeah. Good job I didn't hit the bone.
Anybody could have moved the pain across the ice last night.
Yeah.
Another tough break for Hardmore. Oh, well. Loses by default. Tisk, tisk. So they're carting him away.
She's pretty good, isn't she?
We'll continue the meet tomorrow.
I think it's a little late for the nurse.
Yeah. I'm going to look around the hotel storeroom. Maybe I'll find a clue.
Maybe.
Look
later
for a can of white,
outside
look for
the
a
storeroom.
can of white paint.
Yeah. Those holes in the snow were made by crutches. Would that Crike kid be taking some form of hideous revenge for being crippled himself? You're looking for
He's not
suspects.
crippled though, is he? He's just broken his leg.
Look at Meany or next to her, Coach Sly of Markham. Sly is cleaning up on his bets on Markham. So, Sly is betting on his old team? Very interesting.
He's Pete Rose.
Sure, I bet on Markham. I'm loyal. I'm loyal to my own team. Anything wrong with that? Yes, when Hardmore loses by deadly accidents.
Deadly accidents.
They were only crippled.
Oh God, we're going for the ice race now.
Oh, it's
Oh,
Superman and
Danger.
Flash.
Now
What
to
could
move this
go wrong?
danger sign to solid
Yeah,
ice.
what could go wrong?
Silver streak.
Right.
Yeah. Look out! You don't.
They didn't. Nobody checked the ice before this race.
Nobody checked the ice. No. Well,
Yeah.
why would be the point?
It's winter. It has to be solid.
And we'll head for the thin ice the next morning. Let's hope the Grim Reaper stays out of this race. Yeah.
The guy firing the gun, starter gun's got no body.
Yeah.
Oh, he hasn't. No, he's got no
Yeah.
body.
Missing down below here. It's just really stubby. That's all. It's just real shy.
He ain't got no body.
Nobody loves me. Rat-a-ta-ta, rat-a-ta-ta.
Thin ice is to the left, so I'll head to the right. Yay,
Oh,
the
no.
ice cracked.
My gosh, somebody move the danger sign.
Yeah.
My gosh.
My gosh.
Oh no.
The poor
Oh,
lad
he's
is drowned.
Oh, that's not
Is
good, is it?
everybody from this school or whatever, are they all clones?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all blonde.
Because they're all blonde, aren't they? Like, are they all the boys from Brazil or something?
Oh, they're all Swiss. Anyway.
They're all Swiss.
Ooh, look at this.
Another accident. I'd better tell Malloy what happened last night. Only if dead men talk, my boy. It's ominous.
Look at that hand.
Look at that finger.
Yeah, that's weird. Oh, he's throwing him out the window.
Yeah. Great Scott. Somebody's pushed Crike out the window. The
Why
killer
did he
stole my
die?
crutches, Malloy, last night.
So he
Tried
throws
to
him.
throw suspicion on me. Yeah.
So he's throwing him out the window, and he's death
2 feet, and he hits the
Yeah.
snow, and he's died.
by
Yeah.
hitting soft snow.
Right,
So he's
with
dead.
a broken leg.
He snapped his neck on the snow.
The secret's locked inside him.
Oh no! Chop him quickly. Cut him open. We'll find out.
Exactly.
I thought it smelt bad on the outside.
On the outside. Yeah. One of you killed Crike, just as you killed the Hardmore athletes. The poor lad sniff. You can't prove a thing, Malloy, so stop playing detective. Next two, you're cleaning up, betting on Markham. The same goes for you, Coach Sly. And Meanie might be the jinx itself. It's got to be the lady.
But who would want to murder those nice blonde young men?
Only a madman, Miss Wills.
They were very nice and blonde.
It's got to be Miss. It's got to be Miss Wills. Look at that expression
Yeah,
on her
she's
face.
got a-
She's so-
yeah.
If
she's evil.
this was written for ITV
So is this
drama, then it would no doubt be the woman. It would be her because she would be the least likely to be it. Or it's just someone who turns up in the last 5 minutes of the program. That's normally the way they do it.
If Steve Ditko was doing
Right.
this story, it wouldn't be any of them, would it? Somebody
Yeah.
totally random that walks
It
in.
would
like
be the
Paddle.
puppet master would just turn up and go, ah!
Why did
The
I
mad,
think of it
the mad
before?
thinker.
I'll have the murderer dead to rights in 20 minutes. Shortly
That-
after, in the town of Snow Valley.
That
One look
bloke
at the
really has
Gazette
got a
newspaper files. will Tell him.
that bloke really has got a face you want to smack, isn't he?
Yeah, he does. Right there. Looks like he's been smacked a couple times straight in the
Yeah.
nose.
I do like that.
It's an
view, though,
interesting
the way he's
shot.
Inside
the
the car.
door,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think that's
Yeah.
a clever little shot. That.
Oh, Thought it was
Oh,
upside
what's
down.
going on here? Yeah, what's
is,
going
yeah.
on here?
I think the solution is upside down. Yeah.
Ah, no.
To find what you were after? Did I? Man, I've caught a homicidal maniac. Whoever goes down the
How good a
toboggan
detective are
slide
you?
in the next event will be murdered. Turn the
That's
page
not,
over. See how
that's
good
not a good thing to say, is it? Because if you said that and it happened, you get arrested, wouldn't you?
The thing is, it's like, why would you turn the page upside down? Just
Don't board
you
that
wouldn't
toboggan sled.
accidentally read it, would you?
The murderer intends to kill the Hardmore toboggan team. Who is the murderer? Malloy, tell us. Murderess. And you're it, Miss Wills.
Ah,
To
we were
your
right.
mad mind, every blonde Hardmore athlete is your boyfriend who died 40 years ago in a skiing accident competition with Markham University. Ah, she did it.
She put
We
the
knew she
glass
did it.
out there.
I
Yeah.
really think
Yeah.
I think really all the writers from ITV drama have been reading this comic.
Miss Wills, you'll be killed. She gets on the toboggan. They go, no, I won't. My darling is going down with me. See how blonde his hair is? She's lost her mind. She's a ghost on the toboggan.
She's lost it, mate. She's off.
So she's going down that slide anyway.
with the
Yep.
with the ghost.
The chute props are snapping under the weight of the sled. She's doomed. Better she than two Hardmore sledders. How
Are there any
beautiful
left?
you drive, darling. Now we're flying. She's loco. Thinks there's someone on the sled with her. And now she's dead. The old dame is dead. Neck broken. To her twisted mind, she was getting even for the death of the blonde young man she loved. A peek at the Snow Valley Gazette of 40 years ago confirmed my suspicion that seeing the blonde Hardmore team reminded her of her blonde fiance. The
God.
end, upside down.
That's lame. That's lame.
They're terrible.
It's a real pity because that panel there on the bottom right is probably one of the best panels he's done. There's some good faces in there.
You mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good panel.
Now, back in the day when the kid would be at the newsstand trying to read the comic, when he would turn it over, that's when the newsstand agent would kick him the hell out.
Yeah. Can't find out which.
Yeah.
Can't find out the real.
Don't turn that comic over.
This ain't a library, kid.
Right. Give me a
This
dime.
ain't a what you think this is, a library? Get out of here.
It's a Chanel
you
house
turn
coat
that
for
comic
only
over.
$6.95. Yeah.
Oh, that's a handsome woman.
Yeah.
Oh, we need to go back.
Tough as Tarzan.
Yeah. Money back guarantee offer too.
Mm,
Yep.
nice.
Let me prove I can make you tough as Tarzan. Is that Joe Weider? Atlantic City.
George Jowett.
I don't know. Give me 5 minutes a day. George Jowett? Yeah. Never heard of him. And get
He's
them
dead.
Jowett's
We've seen
photo
this
book.
before.
Famous strongmen again. Yeah.
Yeah, we've seen this before. When
Do you like pictures of strongmen?
yeah,
Do you like films about gladiators? Have you ever
Exactly
been
right.
in a men's locker room?
Shoot safe, buddy.
Use a condom.
Get your Daisy handbook now.
don't call me
Memorize the
Shirley.
shooters. Memorize the shooter's safety pledge. I pledge myself to protect animals, property, and people in my community by always aiming and shooting my Daisy safely.
Is that Jim Shooter?
Yes.
You'll poke an eye out with that.
Unless I happen
Jim
to be at a
Shooter?
political rally.
Yeah. Bicycle
Speaking of
safely.
shooting, haven't they just
Roller
shot
skate
somebody outside
safely.
the White
Drive
House?
safely.
Yes, they did.
Did they? Oh, I didn't know
Oh.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
some guy was
Did they? No, I
brandishing
hadn't heard anything about it.
Yeah, some guy was brandishing a gun near the White House.
Yeah, so
Oh, and they
took
shot
out.
him.
Yeah.
Well, he shouldn't have been
Oof.
doing it then,
Yeah.
should he? I mean, let's
No.
face it. It's a bit
You
of a
know,
silly
don't be
thing to do,
surprised.
isn't it?
You know,
No.
Well, we can talk about that after we're off the air. But anyway.
yeah.
What does Baby Ruth stand for? Mom makes the best cookies with Baby Ruth. Buy them or bake them.
What's Baby Ruth?
On every wrapper. Baby Ruth's a candy bar named after Babe Ruth.
No,
Oh, right.
actually,
It's
it's
a
not named. It's not named after Babe Ruth.
Oh no, I thought it was.
Oh.
It is named after. Hold on, Baby Ruth candy bar.
Must
This
be
is
a baby.
No,
named
no,
Ruth.
no. Well, yeah,
It's-
yes and no. Candy
It's
bar.
rich in dextrose, so it must be good for you.
And you know
Okay,
it is.
it was named. It was
Wonderful
named
dextrose.
after. It was named after Ruth Cleveland, the daughter of President Grover Cleveland.
Oh,
wow.
there you go.
Yes.
Is
Okay.
that why they've got that
There
little
we are.
girl there with
Yeah.
a cookie?
Yeah, must be. Glad you're
Now,
glad you're here,
why
Charles.
why is Grover Cleveland famous?
He was named
Because
after the
on
Sesame Street puppet. Yeah.
Is what?
Because he lives in a bin.
He's the only other president to serve 2 non-consecutive terms.
Ah, there you go.
There you
Right.
go.
There we go. Curtis Candy
is-
Company, producers
this
of
is
fine foods.
This is the stuff you come to learn when you come to see us.
Yep.
Exactly right. The last page
Whoa.
is non-existent.
There you go. Look, credits.
Oh,
You got
sorry.
you had some
We'll go to the
credits there. Charles Byro.
Charles Burrow, Tuska, Fred, Killer's Jinx, genre crime. No credit. What's on your mind? Letters, typeset.
Yeah,
Washington Blood, 5
these
page.
credits. Look, the credits are courtesy of the Grand Comics database. That's the source I've been.
Oh, there you
using.
are.
Right, so
Yeah.
hold
Yeah.
on. So look, that Fred Gardner bloke, he did
Uh-huh.
Pretty Boy Floyd, yeah.
Yeah.
He also did the last story.
Yes.
Yeah, the whodunit.
So you can see where that was. We were right that the art did change. That was a different person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, different. Each story had a different, artist assigned to it. So,
But
and then just
you
2
could
of the Fred
see-
stories come in.
Yeah. George Tusker, bloody hell.
But George was given the front story. He handles the front story on the majority of these.
Well, there you go. That was good fun.
There you are, folks. Crime does not pay. Shall we continue on with another issue next week?
Yeah.
Yeah, why not? Yeah. That's nice work there.
Yeah.
We're a little past our 2-hour mark now, so
Well, that's okay. The clocks have gone back.
yeah. So, we can run a little over. It's all right.
Wherever you are, it's now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wherever you are, it's now.
Look at the guys.
Oh,
right
Grant.
there.
Grant, you came in too late. Hello. But
Grant says
you're late.
hello. Yeah. Marv says he can't comment for some reason. All right. Sorry, man. Let's go back up to Glenn. There it is. This book in black and white. The image is upside down. Yeah, the solution to that last story was upside down, the last 4 panels. I have to charge my phone, but I'll be here till the end. Have a great
That's
week.
all right.
Thanks, Marv.
You can turn your phone around the right upside down, and
Yeah.
then you can read it. Yeah.
Pretty much. The image is okay now. Yeah. But it's just that one story. The solution was upside down in order to confuse the kids, make them work for the solution. Forgot to say I'm watching it on my TV. Well, don't turn your TV upside down. That might be a problem.
Yeah. No, don't do
Stand on,
that.
stand on your head.
Don't
Marv.
stand.
Stand
Yeah,
on
stand
your
on
head.
your head. All right. Fantastic, folks. Whoop, we're not back. Let's go to that's this layout here. That should work. That's it for this episode, folks. We'll be back next week. We'll look at some more Crime Does Not Pay or maybe some other comic. We were looking at the comicbookplus.com website, where they have all sorts of public domain comics scanned and available for your perusal. Public domain comics, the books that they know for sure are in public domain, they find copies of, scan them, and put them up online. It's comicbookplus.com. So if you want to read more, you can literally spend weeks over there at this point looking through some really great old comics. We'll be back here again Friday morning, where we're looking at, let me do a little reach here. We are looking at Weird Science.
Are we at the
by
normal time?
EC.
What time are we on, Russ? What time will
We'll be on
So
5 a.m.
4 hours.
4 hours.
So what,
We're a
what's that?
4-hour difference. It's a 4-hour difference.
Yeah,
We
so
were
is that-
on a 5-hour difference.
So is that 9
Yeah.
o'clock?
It's
Yes.
9 o'clock.
Yes.
For us.
Sorry
9
for the
o'clock.
confusion. My fault. So
Nine
I
o'clock,
apologize.
not 10 o'clock. Yes. Oh, that sounds awful.
Anyway, we'll be looking at Weird Science then, folks. Hope you stop by. Take a look. More classic stuff. And we're starting at the beginning of Weird Science, and it just gets so much better as we go along. The story's getting incredibly good. Great artwork by Wally Wood and so many other great EC artists. It's such a fun thing to look at. That's Comics by Night, Friday morning, 5 a.m. Eastern time. Adjust your clocks accordingly, and keep in mind that daylight savings time is in action. So
Has something happened with the cameras, because they all look so sharp? We all look so sharp.
it's probably a StreamYard. They keep fine-tuning their stuff. So it's the only thing I can figure. Charles, tell folks how they can find you.
They can look. Get on the internet, my friends, and type my name in, and the big guy Rammer. They say crime doesn't pay, but it does for Rammer, the master thief in a future police state. He's out there. He's on Amazon. Second issue is out there. Third issue coming soon. Contact me for a sticker and find out what it takes to get this sticker. It's not easy.
You need
Thank
to be
you.
cool.
Yeah.
All
That's
right.
right. We jump through
Russ.
hoops.
Jump through hoops. Russ, tell folks how they can find you.
You can find me at russleach.com. You can find The Atlantean, the latest issue, at funmycomic.com/TheAtlantean2. We are currently at 64 backers. We'd really like to get back the same amount of people that we had reading last time, which is a little bit more because we had a few people buy the Atlantean from Amazon, which is really good. We want to increase the readership. You want to find out more about the Atlantean, just go to russleach.com, sign up for the email list there, and I'll keep you up to date with all the latest bits and pieces. We are going to be going digital at some point as well. But if you want to pick up issue 2 as well as issue 1, or even a copy of the Shadow Kingdom, the original book we did, which was a version adaptation by Randy of the original book by Robert E. Howard, you can do the whole lot and pick up artwork as well over at funmycomic.com/TheAtlantean2. So check that out, or check out russleach.com and sign up for the email list. There you go.
All right. Glenn, tell folks how they can find you.
If I can work out the times, you might find me on these programs again.
You'll work it out. I'm sorry. I can't apologize enough. So my confusion.
Don't worry about it.
You could try.
Somebody's 2.5 million years late on Andromeda, so don't worry about it. You can find me on Fund My Comic with Hatch, my Hatch annotated book, which is my character who goes through his life and really old strips from 1987 when he was created. So that's, even though I say myself, it's quite a good read. Certainly a good read. Again, even though I say myself. Go to Amazon, get a copy of this, Jack Kirby, My Visits to Meet Him in His House, and go to Amazon and pick up a copy of this, Comics Limited. 15 issues up there, interviews, all kinds of stuff, articles, well worth the read. But you can find me on Google, just put my name in, Facebook, whatever it is, all these things. You'll find me if you want to talk to me.
There you go. Well worth the read. Folks, I've been your host, Randy Zimmerman. You can find my latest work, like Russ said, over at Barnes & Noble or Amazon, criticalblast.com, or most importantly, over at fundmycomic.com, where you can pick up the second volume of The Atlantean, as well as the first, and a great hardcover in color of the Shadow Kingdom story in color. It's as faithful as we can possibly get it, adaptation of the Robert E. Howard story that started the sword and sorcery genre. It's a fantastic tale. We hope you go and get those and enjoy them. If you like sword and sorcery material, you're going to love these books. So go over there. The second Atlantean also has a short adventure in the middle of it of Young Cull that was written and plotted by Mr. Charles Santino that we've incorporated into that story. Really proud of that story, and currently writing the third issue as we speak here, and doing the full script on that. Can't wait for you to read that one as well. Very proud of this work. Very happy with the way it looks, and can't recommend it to you enough. Other than that, if you want to see me in person, my next appearance is going to be at the Grand Rapids Convention in April. That'll be held in Kalamazoo. I'll have a card for that here shortly, but it'll be like the second weekend, I believe, second or third weekend in April. More information on that as it becomes available, and I'm really looking forward to special guest there at the show is going to be John Celestri, and really looking forward to seeing him in person. We've talked a number of times over the web, and it'd be nice to see him face to face. Other than that, folks, go visit your local retailer when you can. They're having a hard time keeping their lights on with all of this distribution fiascos going on. Now is your time, or is your chance to go through his back stock or their back stock and take a look and see what kind of fantastic gold in comics you can find there. There's so much great comics out there that there's no, we do shows like this on purpose to take a look at this stuff. This stuff motivates us and inspires us, on top of having great conversation with friends. It's helped our artwork and the way that we look at art. We hope it's doing the same thing for you as well, because there's so much great material out there that needs to be brought to light, and so little attention is given it anymore. And we appreciate everybody stopping by. We know the majority of our viewers are after the fact, because especially now with daylight savings time throwing everybody off an hour, but we are archived over at the Comic Book Black Belt YouTube channel, the Randy Zim YouTube channel, and the Indie Comics Network YouTube channel. You can go over there and hit your like button and subscribe if you can, please, because any kind of interaction you have with this program just helps our algorithms on those platforms in order for us to be seen by even more people. And if you think comics are as great as we think they are, you want to spread that word and get it out there. And there's way too much antisocial behavior on these social platforms, especially when it comes to our industry. Please go out there and talk positively about the comics that you love. You don't have to be fake. You don't have to go out there and try to get spite marketing or whatever. You know, a comic book that you read when you were a kid, go back and reread it and remind yourself why comics are great, because they are. They're fantastic entertainment, words and pictures blended together in such a unique way that there's just nothing like it. There really isn't. And comics are worldwide, and we try to look at a large spectrum of varying work, and not just stuff from the 50s, which is where we're at now. But there's a lot more stuff to come. We've looked at a lot of other things in the past, and we hope that you'll look through our archives and enjoy those as well. We wish you the best. Please have a great week this next week. We'll see you on Friday at 5 a.m. For Comics by Night, where we're looking at more weird science stuff. We'll be back here again next week at 9 a.m. These are Eastern Standard Times, so adjust your clock accordingly for more Crime Does Not Pay. We'll see you soon. We wish you the best. Buy independent and alternative comics, especially ours. Go over and look at Fund My Comic. Look for the annotated hatch over there. Watch for Rammer, which might be there soon on his your next campaign, right? Is that where you're at, Charles? No. Where are you at? It's all right.
Amazon.
Amazon. Go to Amazon for
Yes.
Rammer. Look for that.
Yeah, and Rammer is not printed upside down, which is a plus.
No. And if it was, you could always turn it around. Yeah. Again, folks, thanks again for being here. Deeply appreciate you all. Take care of yourselves and each other and your families. We wish you only the best. We'll see you soon. He said, stalling for time. Here we are.
That's what done.
All right. Take care, everybody. That's it. Here we go.
Joke's on you, bitch. I love this shit.
Talk about buttered sausage. Talk about buttered sausage, where it comes from, what it.
How many times a week do I eat buttered sausage?
Taste the biscuit. Taste the goodness of the biscuit.